Hello and welcome to another episode of Reasonably Shady. I am Gizelle Bryant.
And what's up? What's up? I'm Robyn Dixon.
Are you sure, Robyn Dixon?
I'm Robyn Dixon today. Dixon.
Oh gosh, it's like penises?
Yes.
Okay, this is going to be a crazy episode. We have already started. All right, so listen. What's your reasonably shady moment of the week?
Okay, so I didn't really have one for the week, but I just was reminiscing with you about an experience that I had a little over a year ago. It was during the pandemic.
Okay.
It was like August, right? So August 2020. It's the summertime.
Yes.
It's hot. In Maryland, we got something called mosquitoes everywhere. And I attended a family dinner that Juan's cousin hosted in her backyard.
Okay.
And we had the little candles for the bugs and all that. The torches. Yes, those torches and spray, and you put the spray all on your skin and your body. And, we're out there eating. Everything is good. Had a good catered meal. It was great. And I got home.
Right.
And I took my clothes off to get in the shower.
Okay.
And I looked in the mirror on my backside and I had like 20 big ass red mosquito bites on my ass.
Okay. Okay. Right. So at the party, you didn't feel like you were getting bit?
No.
What?
No, I mean, I just felt like, so clearly I had clothes on, right? So I had on I think I probably had on like some leggings. I don't think I had like a dress on. So I had leggings on. And the mosquitoes clearly were up under the chair biting through my leggings.
That's disgusting.
And I've never experienced that before. It was so crazy, but literally 20 big ass red mosquito bites. So I just was reminiscing about that. And
okay, as Robyn was reminiscing, she was like, Gizelle, I took a picture of it and I want to show you the picture. Okay, so I'm just going to describe the picture. There is a big, very white looking butt.
Yes, a very
very pale. Yes, not white, pale butt. And there's like 20 red spots all over this pale ass. Okay. It looks crazy.
It was horrible. And the crazy thing about mosquito bites is they don't just fade. I literally had those marks on my butt for 6 months.
No.
Yes.
6 months?
Yes. They might actually still be here. You want to see?
No, I don't. Okay. Too much for the podcast. Okay. So the mosquitoes were shady.
The mosquitoes were shady.
Okay.
Just the Maryland heat, the humidity, all that summer.
All of that. Yes. Horribly shady. All right. So mine was actually last week or recently. I took my daughters to Tallahassee, Florida, because Grace has FAMU on her list of colleges.
Nice.
So, and by the way, this is amazing school that we went to. And the band?
Yes. Oh,
the band was everything.
The band is the school.
Yeah.
The whole school is in the band.
Yeah. No, the band
joking. Don't get mad at me.
I know. No, but the football team was good too. The football team was good too. But the band was blew me away. And I went to Hampton. So Hampton's band is called the Force.
Okay.
The Force is no longer the Force. After I saw Bam's band.
They need to change their name.
Yes, to the Force. Maybe the Force maybe will be with you. Anyway, so okay, I made a reservation. Tallahassee doesn't have many hotels to choose from, and clearly, we're not gonna get a Ritz or we're not gonna get a Four Seasons. We're not doing that. But their nice hotel. I'm not gonna say the name, but I booked a suite. Okay, I have me, 3 kids, 4 of us. I booked a suite. So when I get there, they're like, "Oh no, you have a room, and it's not available right now." They said you have a room with 2 beds, and it's not available right now. So we're going to give you a room with 1 bed. So it's me and 3 kids in a room with 1 bed.
Oh,
that doesn't work. Lost your mind?
That doesn't work.
Guess what? I took the room.
Oh no!
I took the room because God, we had to change our clothes really quickly and then get on the yard for the tour. Oh my God. So I did come back and change my room. I did come back and change the room.
Okay.
But as far as the hotel is concerned, y'all a little shady.
Oh my gosh.
Because we went from my suite to a double to a single. It's real bad. So anyway, we were not there for more than 24 hours. And sometimes you just got to get in where you fit.
So ultimately, how many beds?
I had 2.
Did you end up with?
I had 2 beds. So we slept 2 in a bed.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I'm just more concerned. So 1 bathroom, 4 females.
Yes. And one of my kids, who will remain nameless, Angel, asked me if she was like, "Ma, can I just take a shower when I get home?" I I was like, yeah, it's fine. Come on, let's go. We got an early flight to catch.
Oh my gosh. I just thought of something. Do all of you come on your cycle at the same time?
The girls do, yes.
All three of them?
Yes.
Oh my God. What is it like in your house?
It's good because they're all like at the same time have an attitude or like they'll get quiet.
Okay.
Right. So it's fine. I like that.
So it's like, okay, so you better like, it's better to knock them all out in 1 week than to have like one with an attitude 1 week, one with the next,
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just like
all together and then they're all like sad and depressed together. And then like after that, we're done.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
On to the next month. When we do it all over again.
I couldn't. You know how I am with my period. So.
And, by the way, no one is as worse than Robyn Dixon. None of my children. So it's fine. And
the world is ending when I'm on my period.
Yes, they're actually not bad. And I know how they're going to react.
Yeah.
And I like overcompensate to make sure that they're good.
Yeah. Yes. And then there's times when like they're probably acting weird and you're like, oh.
Yes. And then I remember.
You must be on your period.
Yeah. Okay. Or I haven't fed them in 3 days.
Oh, okay.
One of the two. All right. So we have some reviews, right?
Yes.
Because you guys actually love us. And I'm so happy that y'all love us. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And we, Robyn, you have some?
Well, yes. No, I mean, we definitely want to encourage you to continue leaving reviews because when you leave reviews, when you leave good reviews, positive ones, that helps get our podcast seen more and more.
Yes.
And trust me, this is work, y'all. Like, we want to be rewarded for our hard work. We want to know that our hard work is being heard. So leave a review so that we know that you're hearing us. Okay. So Hawkeye9 says, and go on Apple, leave a review. On Apple Reviews, Hawkeye9 says, love y'all. OMG, I love this podcast so much. I was already a fan of y'all just from watching RHOP, but I love getting to know each of you more, and your chemistry is everything. Thank you for starting this podcast. We needed this. So yes, that was the goal. We want y'all to learn more about us because, we don't really get to share the things that we want to share on the show or to talk about the things we want to talk about. And then, so before we go into the rest of the show, we had a very important episode last week air, which was about mind your mentals, right?
Yep. And you guys really enjoyed that episode and gave us a lot of feedback, which we really appreciate.
Yes. And so many people enjoyed it. I want to read an email that we received today. Mind your mentals, episode 20. I don't want to say anyone's name. MJ, you know who you are. I just made my appointment thanks to your podcast. I did my research and found a therapist, but I couldn't reach out. I'm so used to swallowing my problems and moving on. I don't have that listening ear in my life because I'm usually that person for others. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
The therapist looks like me and seems to be my age, I'm guessing. I know that's a shallow way to pick a therapist, but I'm just hoping we can connect and I'll feel comfortable. Thank you. Reasonably Shady podcast is more of a blessing than you know. And yes, that means that means so much to us. And we got multiple messages of people saying, thank you for that episode, that they, are seeking someone to talk to. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So thanks.
Thanks guys. Okay. So listen, we put out there to you all something very important to the Reasonably Shady family. Carly. Now, she has been given the title Director of Operations, and we asked, because we kind of felt like she should have a different title. I don't know. And we asked you guys what we thought you all thought her title should be. And y'all came up with some nonsense. Okay. I'm here to say it. Okay. Somebody said the master of messiness or some nonsense.
The pod mother, which I think is so cute.
The pod mother,
like the godmother. I think that's so cute, but we still need something that's like, it lets outsiders know that she is a professional.
Yes. We can't even call her an intern because we pay her. And she's like a professional. She does a great job. She keeps us in line. So because you all's title for her suck, we're continuing with the Director of Operations until we get something better.
I'm going to come up with something.
Robyn's going to come up with something. Robyn is great at giving names and picking names. So until Robyn comes up with something, Carly will continue to be our DOO. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Now, I do want to talk about, so we got some hot topics, guys. There's a whole lot that's going on out there in the streets. Okay. And we weren't going to talk about this.
Okay.
This is a little touchy. Okay. But it's near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
So there's a comedian out there by the name of Dave Chapelle.
Mm-hmm.
And I have day one been a huge Dave Chapelle fan because he makes you laugh and he makes you think.
Super talented.
Super talented. He makes you think. There's a lot of comedians out there, they just saying silly shit and they don't make you think. Dave makes you think.
Right.
Okay. So I was, of course, watching his latest Netflix stand-up called The Closer.
Mm-hmm.
And he stated in his stand-up that he has made a lot of jokes about the transgender community that were not good in the past because he didn't understand transgender. Right. And I get that. Like, you know, this is something that we all are learning more and more about.
Right. Definitely. Within the past 10 years, probably.
Yes. Yeah. So, and he apologized for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he even talked about a transgender comedian that he became very close with, who had to deal with a lot of bullying on social media and subsequently ended up killing themselves.
Oh my, okay.
So that when he started talking about that for me in the when I was watching, I shifted. I did the shift.
Okay.
And it made me like cry. It was like a heartfelt moment. So I went from laughing to crying, and I understood that Dave was really kind of giving love to the community.
Okay.
So then I heard all this backlash.
And I'm like, so I'm sitting here. So I read headlines. I don't really like read the stories. Right. And so the headlines that I've seen were like, cancel Dave Chapelle. So to hear what you're saying.
Yes.
I'm like, how do we get there? So carry on.
So again, that's where I am. Okay. I was like taken aback. Like we're canceling him. I thought he apologized. Yes, he did. He did apologize to the transgender community and then tell more jokes about them. But like, let's be clear. He's a comedian.
He's a comedian. Right.
So that is what he does. But, you know, all I want to say is I truly enjoyed it because I think a comedian should do what Dave does. He makes you laugh and he makes you think.
So you didn't think the jokes that he told were well, I guess they were controversial, but nothing like so offensive that he needs to be canceled.
Okay. No, but again, I'm not transgender. So I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm going to say that I was happy that he admitted that in the past, he's done some off-color jokes about the community because he didn't understand it.
Right.
So, you know, for him to shed light on the fact that he's trying to learn. Look, this man said he let the one that he became friends with, the transgender he became friends with, opened for him when he was on the road somewhere. Okay. I think if he had problems with the transgender community, he wouldn't do that.
Right.
That's just my thought. And I will continue to be a Dave Chapelle supporter and fan because this man is brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant. And I really feel like it's so hard. There's like such a fine line between, especially for comedians, between comedy and between being controversial.
Right.
And, you know, in the past, comedians have always been controversial.
Right.
Like we kind of, I feel like we would look to them to make jokes about the things that maybe were stressful or issues or like to kind of just bring a little lightheartedness to whatever these issues are that are going on in the world.
100%. And to be honest with you, Robyn, it's to a point where I think everybody is so super sensitive. I get it. Social media is an animal on its own. Yeah. Right. To the point where, so the other day, Beyonce posted some pictures. Mm-hmm. She looked amazing. Mm-hmm. I think Jay opened up something. No, it was like a movie premiere for Jay. Okay. She was there. She looked amazing. Right. And as soon as I saw the picture, I said to myself, oh my gosh, she's such a baby doll. Right. Mm-hmm. So I was going to put in the comments, a beautiful baby doll. Right. And I stopped myself from doing that. You want to know why? Why? Because I felt like people would take the word baby doll wrong. And I felt like they'd be like, she's not a baby doll, she's a queen. Or why are you calling her a little girl? Right. Why are you like, and I shouldn't.
It's too much.
I shouldn't even have to think that way.
Yeah. It's too much. And you know what? It's so funny. I hate that. Like there's times when, you know, I see a post and I want to comment on it. And like you, I stop myself because I got that little blue check next to my name.
Right.
And I don't want people coming at me for something like, can we just express ourselves and can we just say what we want to say?
Can I say Beyonce's a baby doll and not be controversial?
And not worry about having people attack everything you say. Yeah. It's so, I don't know. How did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get here where everything is just so, people are so sensitive to everything. Everything's so controversial. I mean, like I said, comedians, like their whole existence and being was to talk about controversial topics and make you laugh. And so why is it now? It's just every little word that people say is being picked apart with a fine-tooth comb. It's sad because it's like, you know, we want everyone to be treated fairly and equally. We want equal rights for everyone, but at the expense of like censoring everything that everyone says. It's so hard. It's really hard.
It's hard. Now, Robyn, on to other subjects. I know that the NBA players are defrauding. They have a defrauding benefit plan. And I don't know much about this. So but from what I understand, Robyn is hot about this. She got a whole lot to say, y'all. Whole lot.
Okay. So news broke. Actually, we were filming the reunion.
Okay. Oh, by the way, let's stop right there. Pause. Okay. Guys, we filmed the reunion. We can't say much about it, but Nicki Minaj was there.
Woo, woo. It was amazing.
And it was amazing. Okay. All right.
Amazing. Okay. Like so amazing.
Yes.
Okay. So we're filming the reunion. And, you know, I sign up for alerts to whatever, ESPN, CNN, blah, blah, blah. And I look at my phone and I see all these alerts that says 18 NBA players were arrested for defrauding the organization's health insurance program.
Okay.
And right away, I knew what they were talking about. So the NBA has this, first of all, the NBA, one of the great things about playing the NBA is those benefits.
Oh, they have good benefits? What?
The benefits, the retirement plan.
Oh, okay. The insurance, all that.
Yes.
Okay.
The pension, all it's like amazing.
So is Juan still on the pension plan? Is there a plan?
Yeah. So Juan, you know, he'll get his pension when he turns a certain age or whatever. Okay. But what they have is a supplemental health insurance plan for the players, for the retired players. Okay. And it starts accruing money when you play. The longer you play, the more, you know, is put into it and stuff. So this program, it's kind of like, we call it like a HRA, a health reimbursement plan or something that people get through their job. So this plan is literally designed for, say, you know, retired players, if they either don't have health insurance.
Okay.
If they don't have, so if you do have health insurance,
right,
it pays for whatever your health insurance does not pay for.
Okay.
So for instance, my kids, they got braces. Juan's amazing health insurance through his job paid for the braces, but of course there were, you know, thousands of dollars that it didn't cover.
Okay.
So this NBA health insurance plan covered that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we didn't have to pay a penny for 2 kids' braces.
I want to be under the Dixon plan.
Right.
Jeez.
Right. Okay. So, you know, so the plan is really designed, you know, to pick up those costs, those extra healthcare costs. And believe me, healthcare can get expensive, right?
Healthcare is very expensive.
So these players, and what happens, they get a statement in the mail, quarterly statement, and it tells you your balance, you know, how much you have in your supplemental health insurance account, which is only to be used for your health insurance. Okay. For your health expenses.
Not for strippers,
right?
Not for flying the groupies here and there. Okay.
Right. Okay. So what happened was one player, he was a ringleader. Okay. He came up with a plan to scam the plan, right? Okay. So, you know, they saw, we got this money. Well, let's get this money out. So he was in cahoots with a doctor's office, a dentist's office in Beverly Hills, and a chiropractor's office that would doctor phony invoices for players, right, to say that they got this work done at this office on this date, right, and it cost this amount of money, right? So he would give these phony invoices to the players so that they can submit claims. Yes. To be reimbursed.
Okay, but the claims are being reimbursed to the player or to the doctor's office?
Player, because you either pay out of pocket and get reimbursed, right? You know, so the player says, oh, okay, I went to the doctor's office and I paid, you know, for my work, and here's my receipt, and I need you to reimburse me and send me a check.
Gotcha.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So the ringleader, he would get kickbacks.
Oh.
Okay.
This is getting good.
So I read, and let me tell you this, I read this whole 31-page indictment in bed.
What?
And I was cracking up at the stupidity of these people.
Robyn, you should be a lawyer. Right. You read 31 pages indictment.
Pages.
Okay.
Because let me tell you what was happening. This dumbass ringleader was giving the same invoice for the same work on the same date at the same office.
Oh my gosh, you stupid.
To multiple players and just changing the name.
So right, and this goes under stupid criminals.
Stupid, like so stupid.
Right.
And it was like typos and like so stupid. Now let me tell you this: players would literally put in a claim for 13 root canals on the same day. Who does that? And then turn around a few months later and put in another claim for 6 root canals.
Okay, I have a question. Aren't these people well paid?
Yeah. And so I was talking to Juan. I was like, Juan, so-and-so played so many years in the league. Like, why did he do this? And he was like, because to them it was free money.
But if you have enough money, and so there's no limit. I mean, you always want more.
I guess so. And the crazy thing is, like, I'm very familiar with this program because, you know, I handle all the paperwork in our house. And so when you're submitting a claim, the fine print, and not even fine, it's like, I attest that this information is true, or I'll be subject to a federal crime and blah, blah, blah. So like, you should know, don't play with them. Okay. This is health insurance part. So let me tell you that this is the crazy part. At least 5 of Juan's former teammates were involved.
No.
Yes.
So these are grown men.
Yes.
So these are all retired people.
They're all retired.
Lord have mercy.
5 of them were Juan's former teammates.
Okay.
One of them had, so one of Juan's teammates had a mutual friend, right? So the mutual friend reached out to Juan a few months ago and was like, yeah, I'm gonna not say his name. Yeah, Dodo Brain's trying to get in touch with you because he said the league owes you money, right?
Okay.
So, you know, I'm like, oh shit, they owe you money. Like, come on, let's find out.
Right, like money trail. Let's follow the money.
Let's call Dodo Brain and find out where this money is. Like, what do you mean? Because they have, you know, the player, they have been sent like checks just years after for whatever reason. So thank God we didn't call Dodo Brain.
Thank God.
Because Dodo Brain was one of the players who was getting these kickbacks.
Oh my God.
So he was literally.
They were trying to get Juan indicted.
He was literally calling to tell Juan, perform some health insurance fraud. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wasn't like.
Okay, these people are going to jail.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a crime. This is definitely like, you're going to jail, especially the ringleader. But can I tell you how much these guys were like defrauding? So. And this is well, that's like the total. So it's like 18 players. It was like 2.5 million that the program kicked out to the players.
But how much were they getting? Like,
so like some players literally would got reimbursed for $300,000 in health insurance claims.
Stop it.
And the crazy part to me is, this program, I look at it as, this is wonderful because when Juan is 85,
right, he'll be covered. You'll be covered. The kids are, well, yes, kids, but you'll be covered.
Yeah, no, it is. It's Juan, it's the kids. It's, you know, when we get married again, me, you know what I'm saying. So when we get older, and you don't have, you know, that income like that, or you know, whatever it is, it's like that money is there for you to use. Like if he needs a hip replacement, he can use it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
these dudes are idiots.
So they're literally draining those accounts.
Well, LeBron will put it back in.
I mean, they ain't shit. I mean, these guys, they're not getting that shit back. But I was like, just the audacity and the stupidity, and like, you know, I don't wish anyone to go to jail, but I cannot believe these guys actually put their names on this. Like,
okay, but soon there will be someone else who's retired called Kyrie Irving.
Oh God.
Okay, because he does not want to cooperate, and it's ongoing.
I know.
Okay, so his latest statement I don't know all the ins and outs. I'm sure you know better than me, but his latest statement that I heard was that he was standing up for the people who were unheard.
Right.
The hell are you talking about?
And this is the part that's not making sense. Like it's almost, I feel like people are trying to make it into an NBA issue. Like, no, this is a New York issue.
Yes.
You can't you got to show a vaccination card to enter any restaurant.
Right. Okay. So for those of y'all who don't know what we're talking about, so Kyrie Irving is in the league. He plays for
Brooklyn Nets.
He plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and he has decided that he's not getting vaccinated.
Right.
Right. So the state of New York is like, okay, that's fine, but you cannot go into the stadium,
right,
unless you're vaccinated and you show your little vaccination card. So it's not necessarily a league thing, an NBA thing.
Right.
It is a state thing. It's an employer thing.
Right.
So I personally feel like I think this is what I think. This is my conspiracy theory. I think at first he was like, I'm not going to get vaccinated, and I'm just going to take a stand, and I'm going to get a little shine. I'm going to
make a statement.
I'm going to get a little shine from ESPN. But then he got in too deep.
Right.
And he doesn't know how to get out. And he doesn't want to sell out to Pfizer and Moderna.
Right.
So he's like, I gotta hold strong, and firm.
So Kyrie makes a ton of money every season. So he's literally willing to miss out on all this money because he just doesn't want to get vaccinated.
And I think he does. I think he does want to get vaccinated at this point, but he is too far in this whole I'm going to stand my ground that he doesn't know what to do.
So what's your prediction?
He gonna get vaccinated.
He's gonna get vaccinated.
Yes. As soon as they start playing, I think he's gonna get vaccinated.
So he's gonna probably come out with like, oh, I did my research. I talked to some doctors. I talked to people, my friends. I did, know, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, like these guys, they want to play basketball. Like
period, the end. And listen, LeBron got vaccinated. He don't want to talk about it, but he got vaccinated.
But okay. I saw a post where it was like, it was talking about how many New York police officers were not vaccinated. So how is that possible?
I don't believe that.
Really?
Was that you feel like that was real?
It was on Sean King's Instagram.
Oh, Sean King. Okay. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
So Stephen A. Smith's panties are in a bunch. He's going on Instagram Live and just screaming and saying that this is so irresponsible. And I believe that it is. Like you can't. First of all, how irresponsible are you towards your teammates?
Right.
If we're all on a team and we're all in this together, like let's do this together.
Right.
And it's just irresponsible because, dude, like COVID is real.
But what about the players that like refuse to disclose their vaccination status?
No, that's not happening.
Right. But I feel like, but it's like, so even like LeBron has not publicly said his vaccination status.
Yes, he did.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
Finally?
But he said he was vaccinated, but he said he doesn't feel like he should be the person that
to tell people to get vaccinated.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But then they were trying to bring up Magic Johnson, which made me mad. Because everybody was like, oh, well, Magic played with AIDS and that was fine then. And, why is it okay if he plays with COVID? I'm just, the two don't mix.
Because COVID, you can get it through the air, the particles that come out of your mouth.
Yeah. Like, what? Because you can get the COVID from breathing on people. Yeah. Okay. The end. And leave Magic Johnson out of this. Let him live in retirement.
Who said that?
Very stupid people. All right. Now, not switching gears just a little bit. I want to talk about Kim Kardashian. We don't talk about her often, and we're not going to talk about her ex-husband because we've already banned him from Reasonably Shady. But we do have to talk about the fact that she was on SNL and she killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like demolished it, like dropped the mic and what? Like she did one of those. Okay. Now, in one of her jokes, I know, okay, in all fairness, I do love the fact that she's able to joke about her life, her family, and everything else going on in her world.
Yeah. I think that was a great way for people to get to know her because I think she's always probably been like that, but you just get caught up in the image, the Instagram, what she puts out. But anyone that I know that has met her or that knows her, they say that she is the nicest person.
Right.
Which is so good to hear.
Yes.
You don't really hear that often about people, of her status. So the fact that she can like laugh at herself and that,
I loved it.
I became a
Kim fan, kinda.
A Kim appreciator.
I did appreciate all of her jokes. I did love. This one was strange though.
Okay.
She said, and she said it seriously, so I don't know whether or not she knows it's a joke.
Okay.
That she married the richest black man in the country.
No, she was joking. I think, and she said the best rapper ever alive. She knows that's a joke.
Okay. I mean, but as a wife, you want to say I'm married
No, she knows.
Okay, all right, I was making sure because I was like, Kim, come on now.
Yes, that was a joke.
Okay, that was a joke. That was a good joke then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good joke because it made people talk.
Yes.
To be like, oh my God, he's not the richest person.
Right.
The richest person.
My favorite joke though was the joke she made about her mother's boyfriend, him being a gold digger.
Oh, I missed that one.
You missed that?
Yes.
She was like, everybody said I was a gold digger and I don't even know like how to be a gold digger. I might ask my mom's boyfriend, Corey. Now that is funny. Because Corey, what is your job, sir? As you just private plane your life away. Okay. What is your job? Lord have mercy.
A good life.
Lord, is he living that good life? Okay. So are you binging anything recently?
Okay.
Lately?
So I needed to find something new because I just recently binged and I might be a little late. I just binged LulaRich.
No, I did too.
You did too?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I tell you to watch it?
No, I think I told you to watch it.
Okay. All right.
So I found it so entertaining and interesting because of a personal connection. So when I lived in the first townhouse, okay, I used to look out my back window, and in the house across the street or across the alley, it's like the garage is like backed up to each other.
Yes.
I could see through this woman's garage that she had like it was her garage, but it looked like a store, right? Okay. So wait, all right. So LulaRich is before I tell the story about the lady.
Okay.
LulaRich is a documentary about the company LulaRoe, which pretty much is a multi-level marketing company that sells leggings, right? So leggings printed, so they with all these crazy prints. They're really soft. They're like one size kind of fits all, or like certain, I don't know, really soft, and they have all these crazy prints. Right. And they blew up, like their business blew up exponentially. So they have all these people, mostly white ladies across the country, signing up, paying thousands of dollars to get all this LulaRoe inventory and to host the party. You host a party, people come, they buy stuff.
Yes.
And you buy more inventory, blah, blah,
okay,
blah.
But it was like a straight Ponzi scheme, right?
Well, I think it was good. While it was good, I think they grew too fast and too big. And then it imploded.
Guys,
so
Robyn is always trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
I am.
They knew exactly what they were doing, and they were there to. We have a celebrity guest here, and he's looking through the window. His name is Juan Dixon.
Hi, Juan.
And I think he's just come home from work, and Juan is. We always love Juan. We love seeing him. Okay. Anyway. Back to the story. So it was a straight. It was not a Ponzi scheme, but it was a straight Amway. It was straight Amway.
Well, I'm familiar with multi-level marketing companies. I've signed up for to sell jewelry with Tracy Lynn Jewelry and stuff like that. So I think when it goes good, it goes good. And I think they started off with good intentions, and they just got way into over their head. Like I
think the wife had good intentions. The husband.
Oh yeah, he saw dollar signs.
He saw dollar signs. And he was like, I'm trying. He was like, I don't care. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me tell you a story about the lady behind me. Okay, so I would literally look out my back window, and I could see through her garage, just those little small windows in the garages, right? And I could see it was literally she had the ring lights, she had carpet and sofa and shelving. It literally looked like a store, and then racks, of all these leggings everywhere, right? So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. Oh, and then I could see her talking to a camera and holding the leggings up. And
she was doing her Facebook.
She was doing her Facebook stuff, right? So doing her Facebook Live, selling the leggings and stuff. And so, one day I was talking to her what is going on here? And let me tell you, this woman had 5 kids.
Okay.
Quit her job to sell LulaRoe in her garage. And she was just talking about how much money she was making off of these leggings. I even bought a couple from her because they were really soft. They felt good.
Did yours have bananas on them or monkeys? Or stars, or the prints on these leggings are horrible.
And I had a few prints, but they also had some solids. So I got a solid black, a solid light blue, and then I got a couple of prints. But I think I wore the prints once, and I was like, "Whoa, that's too much."
And that was the whole scheme of it. They would make a print, and they would only make a certain number.
Right.
So you're searching for that print, but
right?
You're searching for elephants,
right?
Or I don't know, lizards.
Yeah, it was crazy. They made it seem, I don't know. It was there, like they played a whole mind trickery. Like, I don't want to get like y'all just need to watch it and just be amazed by like how it felt very cultish.
Yes.
It felt like they were brainwashed. And I'm telling you, when I watched that documentary, so pretty much, you know, it was great. People were making all this money. They were like, the LulaRich company encouraged people to, you know, buy designer bags and nice cars to kind of show off like, oh, what selling LulaRich can do for you. So, so then, you know, everything started going to shit.
They've been indicted. The couple, it's a married couple that own the company and run the company. They have been indicted.
Right. They went to trial.
Several counts of something.
Yes. I will say the business still exists. I did Google. Did you end up Googling
no,
it?
I didn't.
So they still have a website and they still exist. So, you know, they ended up having supply issues. They were, you know, starting to steal people's design. Like their designers felt overwhelmed because they had to like get out so much stuff. Oh, then they really started. Let me stop giving away everything.
Yes. We're not going to give it away.
I do want to say, I swear one of those people they featured on the show complaining was my neighbor.
What?
I swear it was her. I swear. I can't
believe it.
I swear it was her. And so I feel bad. I'm like, she really quit her job to sell that stuff. And clearly it didn't end up well for her.
No, it didn't end up well for the majority of the people.
And they were making money.
So the owners were making billions, in the billions.
Yes.
And everybody else, you know, if it's a tier, you know, the top people are getting the most of the money.
Yeah. So if you get in early, you're making like $100,000 a month, at least, just off of like the people under you.
Right. The second tier, they were making like millions.
Yeah. So they started focusing on recruiting salespeople.
Yes.
And that's where things got really bad because it's like they had all these salespeople, and then that's when the quality of the product, you know, just slipped away and they got in over their head with the product.
That's not how the quality slipped away. Okay. Well, okay, never mind. We're not going to tell.
But I don't want to tell. I just want y'all to just watch it, but just know that one of those ladies complaining on Facebook
was Robyn's neighbor.
Was my neighbor. And it was so fascinating to watch, though.
It was
to watch her do that, and I almost contemplated signing up to sell it.
Robyn, you're not okay. First
I would have tried selling you some leggings, Gizelle.
I did not want because the next artwork will be like a picture of our faces on the leggings, right? Or it'll be like RHOP all over it,
right? Like, little cherry blossom.
Okay.
That's what I thought about it.
So, guys, we are now coming to the part of the episode where we're going to go over a couple more of you ask and we answer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You ask and we answer. Okay. So, let me see who these people are. I'm gonna give the name because this was a very good question. So the name on this, Just Toy Box. Okay. So this is Instagram. Just Toy Box asked me, what is one risk you're glad you took? I have several in my life.
That's a good question.
But and every risk that I have taken, quote risk, my mother has told me not to do it. So anything my mother tells me not to do,
you do it,
has worked out well.
Oh,
sorry, Ma, but it is what it is. Okay. For instance, she told me not to marry Jamal.
Oh,
guess what? I have 3 beautiful kids.
Okay, I was about to say,
So, but you can look at it either way.
Yes. The kids, yes.
And had I not married him, I would not have these kids. I might have, of course, kids, but not these kids. And I really, really like these kids.
Yes, your kids are amazing.
Okay.
Yes.
So, was that my answer? Okay, I'll give another answer.
You have multiple.
I have multiple. My mother told me not to buy my house.
Oh,
I love my house.
Okay.
Love my house. My mother told me not to do the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh,
it's a big one. She was like, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be ghetto. People are going to throw water on you. and everybody's going to want people to fight and blah, blah, blah. It's going to be cussing. They're going to have F-bombs all over the place. Giselle, don't do that. Guess what? Nobody has thrown water on me, but everything else is true.
They probably have, right. They probably have wanted to throw water on you.
Yes. So, I mean, and my whole point to that is like, look, you got to go with your gut in life. and figure out what works for you, no matter what your mama says, your daddy says, or your friends. Like if you feel like it's right in your gut, then go for it.
Right. And honestly, if you take a risk and it doesn't work out, there's a lesson to be learned from that, from it not working out. So it's not even, okay, take the risk and it better work out.
Right.
No, you take it and if it doesn't work out, then you learn from it and you build upon it.
100%.
Or you don't do it again. Okay. So my question. Did I ever show y'all how little my questions are?
Because Carly, the DOO, printed them.
No, this was me.
Oh, you
did all Robyn.
Oops.
This was all Robyn. Have we talked about this? Okay, so this we can both respond to. Okay. How? Maybe we've talked about that. I didn't cross it off. How do your boys handle filming now that they've done it for a while and are getting older? Have we talked about that?
Yeah, we talked about that.
We talked about that? All right, let me cross that off. My bad.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Well, tell me about a risk that you've taken that you're happy that you took.
A risk that I've taken. I mean, definitely doing the show.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, but for me, it was like, I didn't even think twice about it.
Right.
You know, because I looked at it like you only live once, you know, and I looked at it as you only live once. And, you know, I have the attitude of like, I don't give a shit what anybody think about me.
Right.
So I don't care what my mama say, my cousins say, you know what I mean? Like I'm do it.
Yes.
The show. And then, you know, I would, buying a house for sure.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. I think that's a risk for, you know, almost anyone, because anything happen. And, you know, like I'm always open that like, I always worry about money or just like, you know, I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, when I'm 80 years old, what am I, you know, stuff like that. Right. So buying a house is definitely a risk for me. Okay. Have you ever tried to get your sons or daughters to start a new activity, piano, baseball, dancing, karate, etc., and they didn't want to do it anymore? How would you balance from letting them give it a chance to just letting them do whatever they want?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer?
So I tried to get my kids involved in music.
Okay.
I forced the cello on Corey.
No, okay. So when Robyn said music, in my mind, you know what played in my mind? Drums. What played in my mind was like a microphone that you sing, right? She said a freaking cello.
Okay, I'll tell you why. This was when he was in third grade. So in third grade, the only thing they could music-wise sign up for was orchestra.
Okay.
I ultimately wanted him to play drums. So I wanted him to, you know, do the cello, you know, get the hang of, you know, just music class. And I think I ruined that for him.
I think so.
He was tired of lugging that damn cello.
The cello's probably bigger than him. Oh my gosh. Which child was this?
Corey, the older one.
Corey, come talk to me, Corey. Because like your aunt Gizelle's gonna take care of you because your mama is tripping.
So I messed that up. I really, but my father's a musician.
Right.
And my kids would, you know, go to my parents' house and they would play music with him. Yeah. And so I always felt like, you know, they had a little music in them, but I guess I pushed it a little too soon.
Yes. I have introduced my kids to everything. So like I made them just play instruments. So Adora played the flute, Angel played the clarinet, Grace played something, I don't know. I put them in swimming classes. I put them in piano classes. I put them in singing lessons. They did ballet forever. They've done soccer, basketball.
And they've never pushed back on you?
So after about 5 years in ballet, they told me go to hell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, collectively.
5 years. Okay.
Okay. After piano for about a year, they told me kick rocks.
Okay.
So everything they have pretty much said they didn't want to do anymore. Yeah. But I had to expose them to as much as I possibly could.
Right.
And they appreciated it.
See, mine, I can't get them. I think I ruined it with the cello. I can't get them to do anything. And the sad part, like, so my son Carter actually has a really nice voice. Like
I can sing.
Yes. I feel like he could sing, but he's like shy. He doesn't want to do it. And he can kind of rap a little bit. And I feel like these kids today, the way they're playing these damn video games, they better get their butt on Twitch and start streaming. And
what's Twitch?
That's like where they
Twitter with an itch.
Kind of, yeah. Okay. So Twitch is like where people stream. I guess you can stream anything.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, you know, these kids like to watch people play video games.
Okay.
And they make money off it. Like these people make like millions of dollars. And I'm like,
okay,
come on, like get you a little Twitch account and start streaming.
Get the Twitch twitching.
Yeah, talking. My kids are funny. They're charismatic. Yes. Like, especially like Carter is just amazing. He's just so shy. Aww. He doesn't want to do it. And I'm like,
give him a minute. He's gonna break out of the shadows.
Maybe. Yes. Yeah.
As soon as he gets into girls.
We'll see. Yeah. But the boys, they think they're too cool. They're not as like adventurous. So all my kids want to do is play basketball.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna end this episode with red flags, because red flags has been a big thing these days. Okay, it's all over the internet, the Instagram, the everything. Did you have some red flags?
Well, let's see. No, I mean, I just thought, so it's funny, I wanted to present that question
right
as like, you know, a topic that we would talk about in a future episode. And then I just like yesterday on Instagram, I kept seeing all these posts about, you know, red flags for people. Right.
So like, but I mean, I'm trying to think if a lot of times, guys, let's be clear, we ignore the red flags. We see them. They're like flashing in our face. They're smacking us upside the head, but we just ignore them. Right.
Quite. Yes. Very true. Very true. I mean, okay. Right. Especially the ones where it's like the whole, like you have so like this one, me and my baby mama stay in the same house, but we're not together. Right.
So who's the red flag for?
The dude.
The dude
is telling a new girl
that he lives with his baby mama, but they're not together.
Mama, but we're not together.
Red flag. Okay. Now when I'm talking about red flags, like that's purple. What's darker than red?
Black?
Yeah, that's a black flag. Okay. No. Or like, so it's a red flag, like he won't tell you where he lives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. Because that means he has a wife.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Or if like he has a ring mark on his ring finger, he doesn't have a ring there. That's a red flag, right?
I mean, that's
or if I read one that was like, he asked me to go half on the bill for the restaurant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What?
Yes.
That's a hell no. That's a no.
Yes. I'm getting in the car and I'm driving home. Like no.
But this one's similar. Buy it and I'll give you the money back.
Hell no.
Have you ever actually been, so I've like loaned people money, you know, just, you know, little, maybe somebody $60 here, or, you know, I did loan one of my friends like thousands. I haven't gotten it back yet. But
listen, I an ex-boyfriend, I loaned him $10,000.
Oh.
And he said, you know, I know, should I have just said that?
That's
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You want to say his name?
No.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, I can't pay you all back at one time.
Yes.
Can I pay you
in
overtime?
Yeah.
I was like, cool. It wasn't coming fast enough. I literally told somebody else, another dude, I kind of like put a hit out on him. I was like, yo, when you see so-and-so, you let him know he owe me money. I got real gangster and street with it. I was like, let him know he owe me money. And I got my money real quick.
You did?
I did. I got a phone call and a Gizelle, where are you? I'm coming to give you your money.
Oh my God.
That's all you need to do.
But isn't it funny? So when people owe you money, like, aren't you like checking everything that they're doing? Like,
this is actually before Instagram.
Okay. But even if you sound like, wait a minute, are those new shoes?
Yes. Yes. What? Well, he didn't really want to see me anymore because he knew I was going to be like,
what you mean you went to Red Lobster? What? Like, what the hell is my $60? Like, what the hell?
Like, what? Anyway, oh my gosh, that is our show, people. We love y'all so much. Thank you so much for listening. And don't forget, either live your life reasonable or shady.